Hey guys, and welcome to this first tutorial on creating our first multiplayer project, Golden Ray. In this video, we'll create our multiplayer server, as well as connect to it using a cool loading scene. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'm currently on the Photon website, which you can find at photonengine.com. For those who don't know, Photon is a tool that lets developers create multiplayer games inside of Unity. First things first, we need to create a free Photon account. So just click on this sign in button. If you already have an account, you can log in here, but if you don't, just go ahead and click on this create an account button and go through the sign up process. Once that is done, head over to your dashboard, your applications. On this page, you'll find a list of all your apps made with Photon. So let's go ahead and create a new app. Set the type to Photon Pun and then give your application a name. I will call my one Golden Ray Course. With that done, I can now hit the create button. The next step is to jump into the Unity Asset Store, which is assetstore.unity.com. And in here, you can go ahead and search for Pun 2. You'll find the Pun 2 free multiplayer package. Click on it and then you'll be able to open this package inside of your brand new Unity project. Then just click on import and wait until it finishes loading up. You'll soon be prompted to paste in an app ID. So head back to your Photon dashboard and copy the secret codes. Then paste it and click Setup Projects. And we're done. Photon is now nicely set up inside of Unity. Our next mission is to connect the player to the server that we just created. If you're confused on what a server is, you can think of it as a messenger between players. For example, a player moves his character. This information is sent to the server, which in turn lets every other player know about this change. So let's make a loading scene that does just that. We went ahead and created a simple loading scene that just has a couple images and some text. Again, take as much or as little time as you want with this. Some developers enjoy quickly prototyping with crude UI and art to go fast, while others prefer taking their time making nice scenes which can help with motivation. Once that's done, we can create a crisp, empty game object called Connect to Server. Let's also make a folder called Scripts. And let's create our first C# script called Connect to Server. Once it's been created, we can drag and drop this script onto our newly created game objects. Inside the script, we'll import the photon.pun namespace, which allows us to use the main multiplayer functionalities of Photon. Connecting to the server is extremely easy. You simply need to type photonnetwork.connect using settings inside of the start function. So as soon as we land on our loading scene, we will start to connect to our server. Depending on your internet speed, this connection process may take a couple seconds, which is why we made a loading scene. Now, once we've successfully connected to the server, we would like to transition to a main menu scene. To do so, we'll use the public override void onConnectedToMaster function, which gets called automatically once a connection with the server has been established. However, to be able to use this function, we need to derive from monobehavior pun callbacks, and not just monobehavior. Now, let's load up the main menu scene within this function. To do so, we need to import the Unity engine.sceneManagement namespace. Then inside of our function, we will type scenemanager.loadScene, and in between the quotation marks, just type the exact name of the scene you wish to load. So I'll say main menu. Alright, so to recap, right when the loading scene first becomes active, we are starting the process of connecting to the server. And then we're using the onConnectedToMaster function, which gets called automatically by Photon once we're successfully connected, to just go ahead and load up our main menu. Okay, with our script saved, we can head back into Unity. Let's now quickly create a new scene called main menu, and then open up the project settings and drag and drop it inside of the scenes to build, right after the loading scene. Okay, so if we now go ahead and press play on our loading scene, you should see that after a couple of seconds, we get transitioned directly to our main menu scene. And with that done, we've been able to create our very own multiplayer server and connect to it using a loading scene. Good work guys, we're off to a great start. I'll see you in the next video, cheers!